Okay, so today we're going to look at a program I've written for Microsoft Flight Simulator and LittleNavMap that helps to display where human pilots are on the map. So if we just go and have a look at the problem here, if we go and look at LittleNavMap, you can see I'm on the ground at Wickham Air Park, and you can see there's my yellow aircraft showing that the Flight Simulator connection is working. And you can also see some orange aircraft on the ground. So those are AI aircraft, or aircraft that the simulator is conjuring into existence. Unfortunately, the simulator doesn't share any information on where multiplayer aircraft are, so other humans that are playing on the same server as you. So there are other ways of doing this. There's applications like JoinFS, which would inject other people as AI aircraft if they're running JoinFS on the same server as you. So that becomes problematic though, because then you see the AI aircraft around you in the simulator, and you also see the multiplayer aircraft from Flight Simulator in the same place. So you see, two aeroplanes in the same patch of the world. So what can we do to combat this? So I have written a small program. So if we go and visit the virtualflight.online website, you can see there is a link at the top for transmitter, and that will tell you all about it. So it goes through and tells you all about it in the website, and you can download the very small program there for Virtual Flight Online Transmitter, and it explains what it is and how it works and how to configure it. So I'm going to show you exactly that right now. So if we minimize the browser out of the way, I've actually got transmitter running at the moment, but I'm not using it. So you can see here, I can say connect. And that's all I have to do. If I disconnect, I can put in a call sign, so I can type in whatever call sign I want to appear as on the map, a pilot name, again, whatever name I want to have on the map, and a group name. And we'll get back to that in a moment, why that might be important for you. So we can put some notes in as well, but I'll get back to that why they're useful. So we can click connect, and now what is happening is once a second, this small program is reading our position from the simulator and sending it to the internet. So then we can come into LittleNavMap, and you can see now actually there's a little red aeroplane in almost exactly the same place on the ground. The red aeroplane is the one sent from transmitter, and the way you get that to happen inside LittleNavMap is you go to the tools menu, the options menu, then you look on online flying, and we have to choose an online service. We choose custom. We put in a URL, which is virtualflight.online/read.php into the box, and then you can test it. And LittleNavMap will test it to see if it's got data, and it will say success. You can say your update frequency, and 5 seconds is good enough, and you can say a format, and it has to be IVAO. There are historic reasons why the format of basically what's called a WhatsApp file, there are different formats, basically because the people that support them all fell out with each other years ago and deliberately made themselves different than each other. So I have supported the IVAO format. Anyway, so once you've done that, LittleNavMap will start reading that file. Now if we were to zoom out, we can see we're not the only person in play anymore. So there are the AI aircraft. Now I happen to know there is a flight going on in France at the moment. It's over here, look. So if we zoom in on that one, there's a couple of people flying here, look. And if we click on one of them, we can see who it is and the information that they are broadcasting from transmitter. So any red aeroplanes on the map when you're running transmitter and you've configured the connection will show up. So you can see there's a whole group of aircraft over North Macedonia at the moment. So from an ATC point of view, or from a group flight point of view, this is, this answers everything you would possibly want in terms of being able to see people that are running the simulator. So all they have to do is run this tiny little program called transmitter, and then anybody else can go and configure LittleNavMap to see as well. If you wanted to check who's online without having to go through all of that, if you go to the Virtual Flight Online website, there's a page called Who. So, and we can also get to it from the program, so we can say who is online, and it will open a browser, and it shows us the page with a Google map with the airplanes drawn onto it and the table underneath. So on here we can zoom in exactly the same way, So we can see this group that's flying across North Macedonia right now. We can click on one and see all the details about that person. We can also see in the table below all the people, and if we're interested in a particular person, we can click on their name and the map will go and zoom to them for us. So we could try someone completely different. There's someone over the ocean there. We could try one there. But yeah, you can see very quickly, you can figure out who's online, where they are, so you might choose to go and join them. If somebody goes grey, that means they have actually stopped playing, but their line will still appear for a few minutes until it refreshes and disappears. Now this map updates every 60 seconds if you've got this box ticked, so you can leave this page open. It doesn't refresh the page, it only just fetches the data, so you'll see the map update now and again. You just saw it there, it flickered, and you'll see this table redraw itself about every minute, so yeah, every 60 seconds. So yeah, that's Transmitter. So it's a very straightforward service. It's a small program that reports everyone's position to a database on the internet, everyone that's running the program, and then on the map you can see everybody that's running the program. As you can see alongside it here, we Virtual Flight Online, we organise group flights, so usually twice a week, so it would usually be Wednesday nights and Sunday nights, but you can also see there's a flight here for this Friday coming as well. You'll get full details on our Discord server. So if we go to the Virtual Flight Online website, you can see there's all the details there about how to find us on Discord. And then you'll be able to join the voice channels during the flight and communicate easily. But anyway, this is all about Transmitter, which is this tiny little program that we can run alongside Flight Simulator and broadcast our position. And then in LittleNavMap, you can configure via the options menu to read everybody's position that's using Transmitter. So you can see this group here are all getting ready to, they're lining up nicely on the tarmac at this airfield at Skopje, North Macedonia. Okay, so there you go, Transmitter for LittleNavMap. It's free, go download it, have a play. And if you want to join some group flights, head to virtualflight.online and have a look at that too. Okay, I'll stop this here.